This is just episode 2. Hello my fellow dweebs and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get watching today's episode of Invincible, just a quick reminder if you haven't already to please check out my Patreon page. There you can find access to full-length reactions, early release to my videos. My full-length reaction to episode 3 is already up over there. It's also the place where I have the most in-depth discussions with each of you about the shows we're watching. So if you haven't already and you feel so inclined, patreon.com/AliciaDweeb is where you can learn more. This episode of Invincible is called A Deal with the Devil Dark Blood. Let's go! Oh my god, we were dealing with so much last week, and really all of last season, that I had kind of forgotten about him, but I was hoping when I was watching recaps of Invincible in preparation for the season that Dark Blood would make an appearance again. Maybe that's not even what this episode's about, but let's find out. Are we getting a Cecil backstory?
How can I help you find inner peace today?
Thanks for asking, but I think it's a little late for that. Get out, all of you. Now! This is Stedman. Nothing here. Tip was a bust. Repeat, Tip was a bust.
What's in that closet, though?
You found us.
Oh! Okay, animation team, go off.
Life is a gift, not to be wasted. Revolutions will begin around the world, casting off the shackles.
Is she a voice actor on Rick and Morty? Her voice sounds so familiar.
Tip was a bust my ass.
Ah,
It was code for come
so
stop
smart.
these nut jobs.
Oh, that is so disturbing.
Oh, shit.
Help him, quick!
How many did we lose?
We would have lost thousands if it wasn't for you.
That answered my question.
Some of the gas drifted into the market before we could get it contained. We won, Cecil.
Ask the families of the 17 if they agree.
They missed a spot.
Oh, I was
That was all that was
wondering.
left of my real skin. They wanted to replace it, but I wouldn't let them.
Why not?
It's a reminder that I messed up and to never let it happen again.
Cecil. I think he's one of my favorite characters. He's tough, but he does what he has to do.
It's okay. They work for us now.
They're insane.
They were,
Whoa.
but they were also too good to waste.
Are gonna dive deeper into this moral conundrum.
Get your head out of your ass. They just saved our lives.
Then let me express my gratitude.
When the night comes,
I would not have expected this from Cecil's backstory.
You can be the good guy. Or the guy who saves the world. You can't be both.
It's my job to defend the planet from threats. Don't make me put you in that category, Mark.
Wow.
Is that all you got? Why did you have to ask that, kid?
I'm not the one who's gonna get hurt.
You said you don't do threats.
Yeah? Well, people change.
Remember that giant lobster you tangled with in Atlantis? I had the lab boys recreate the sound it made. Turns out we can transmit it to your earpiece. Not that earpiece. The one we implanted when you were in our hospital. The one too deep to reach.
Oh, he has total control over him.
You said I wasn't my dad. Did you even believe that?
Yes, Mark, and I still do. So stop being stupid and just...
We all need a drink after that.
You gonna add a shirt to those pants?
I don't know. Are you gonna... Oh, wait. That's the old me. The new me takes your feedback.
I'd like to hear what Invincible has to say.
This isn't a democracy, Bulletproof. You're coming back to the GDA with me. Now.
No. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
This makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Me too. I don't know. Cecil might not be my favorite character after this episode.
Fuck this!
Are the Guardians of the Globe going rogue?
God damn it, Rex!
Why didn't that work?
It had a dead man switch. With the control destroyed, it can't be turned off. I'm attempting to block the frequency.
That is horrible. It reminds me so much of Omni-Man.
You're a hypocrite, waltzing off to help your mass-murdering dad. But God forbid anyone else screws up and then tries to make good. As for the rest of you...
I did not.
I will never work for you again. We're done. And if you ever come near my family again, I will kill you.
This is just episode 2.
Thanks.
We fight monsters every day. But I didn't think Cecil was one of them too.
Why didn't you kill him already? Then you wouldn't have to worry.
Oliver! We don't kill.
But you just said you'd kill Cecil if
I had to make sure he took me seriously. That's all. I know things are weird between us right now, but it means everything that you're here.
No, I just thought Debbie might need my help if things went bad with Cecil, especially now that she has your brother. And I was worried about you.
Yeah, she really cares about him.
She was from how many years in the future? 20? So the future me is almost 40 years old, and she's still heartbroken over something that never happened 2 decades earlier.
Oh man, yeah, that does suck.
Eve, when I met you, I thought you were amazing. Like, right away. Then I started dating Amber, and it was great, and I fell in love with her, but what I felt for you never totally went away.
A high school crush isn't enough, Mark.
That's not fair. You know it's more than that.
I don't know.
Well, you won't know if you don't take the chance.
I'll always have your back, Mark. And maybe that has to be enough for now.
No, they are gonna do it, will they, won't they?
Grab him up.
Oh, this is gonna be triggering for Immortal for sure. Probably for all of them.
Cecil's always gone soft on him. Just like his father.
Mark's dad almost killed him, you dick.
I died for this. And you'll die again, and again, and again, and Cecil will never even care. Don't lecture me, Ray. I went through just as much as you and Rex.
Oh man, this is not good for team morale.
I'd rather quit than work one more day with a sanctimonious, bootlicking, hypocritical prick like you!
The door is over there.
The team is breaking up.
I'm staying.
Are they gonna be on different teams?
I'm sorry, Immortal.
Cecil let me live after what I did on Mars, and my bed is a race car, so I think, Cecil, I'm gonna go, Cecil.
What Cecil did was messed up.
This voice actor is so funny.
So he just does whatever he wants? Makes more of those things?
Ugh, it's awful.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up, but I thought you deserved to know.
No, it's better to know.
I don't know. I said honesty was the best policy last week, but that's rough.
What was that for?
I'm glad you're coming with us.
Oh, it just made logical sense, given the reality of the situation.
As much as you like her, there's something else.
Invincible is the most powerful superhero on the planet.
Hey, now.
It's a simple fact. And someday, I might need him on my side.
You always were a cold fish, man. But I'll miss you.
Oh.
This place does make their own pasta.
It's delicious. Really?
Oh.
I actually wasn't sure this would ever happen. When you never called me back, I figured maybe you weren't interested.
Wasn't his name
Paul,
also
that's not
Paul?
it.
Yeah, we have 2 Pauls now.
He and Oliver are good kids. They just have their challenges.
She's not gonna be able to have a relationship with someone like that. With anyone, I guess. Like, who would understand what she's been through?
If it's all too soon.
No, of course not. Or maybe it is. I don't know.
So this is it then.
It's better this way.
Wow.
We have the reanimate on standby if you need backup. Invincible wasn't willing to give him another chance. I'm hoping that you'll be more open-minded. I'm looking forward to working with you. Wording's all the same. If this doesn't change soon, they're gonna learn pretty quickly who I really am.
Excuse me, sirs. There's a situation.
Was this
Jesus, we better hope he
first
is.
appearance on Earth?
Prep a chopper.
Sir, what if he's hostile?
And Christmas comes early, and you all get that new director you wanted. What's your name?
Pupils dilated, heart rate elevated. He's an alien, so we don't know his norms. But if he were a human, he'd be lying.
We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
I know you think being friends or having my back or whatever is enough for now, but it's not.
Will they, won't they?
Not for me. It's always been real. Let's give it a try.
Oh, come on, Eve.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Okay?
Okay.
They will. Aw, yay. Okay, so a deal with the devil was not a deal with dark blood. And in fact, I think that there's multiple ways this episode title could be interpreted. Was our deal with the devil Immortal choosing to work with Darkwing? Was our deal with the devil Cecil agreeing to work with Omni-Man when they first met, even suspecting that he may be lying about his intentions? Was our deal with the devil Cecil taking Radcliffe up on his offer to work for the DGA? Or could it be the remaining Guardians agreeing to continue to work with Cecil? I said in my review for episode 1 that I was hoping we would dive deeper into these more moral and philosophical topics, and this episode gave it to me. I also have been saying for so long that I wanted to see Cecil's backstory, so even though it was quite difficult to swallow, it was so rewarding to me as a fan of the show and as someone who, up until this episode, really liked Cecil as a character. Again, that's where that moral dilemma comes in, because I don't love what he did to Invincible, but after everything he's seen and been through, keeping himself safe, keeping the DGA and the world safe, I understand why he did what he did, but his actions were divisive, and we saw the fallout of that in this episode. I imagine by the end of this season, we'll see the Guardians come back together again, but what is going to be the thing that does that? I don't know. We still have a pending Viltrumite takeover on our hands, so if anything could get them to work together again, it might be that. Oh, I felt so bad for Rick in this episode, knowing that the person that tortured him is out there continuing to do what he did. That would just be the worst news you could hear as someone who went through something like that. You can see and feel the despair in Rick, believing that there is no justice. Although the scene wasn't gory, it was one of the most difficult ones for me to watch. I also felt sorry for Debbie in this episode. She's trying to put herself back out there, but as we saw during her date with Paul, she's not able to relate to normal people and normal normal men. I mean, how is she supposed to have a conversation about what's going on with her family when she can't share any of the details? I don't know how she's supposed to move on, which is maybe what the writers want, because that would present quite the perfect opportunity for Nolan to literally swoop back in and into her life. And that final scene between Mark and Eve was so well done, in my opinion. We know that Eve is going to school for architecture. It's something she's interested in. And so as she's speaking to Mark about potentially building a relationship with him, we see a couple different frames inserted. The first one I noticed was a change in perspective. We are looking over Mark and Eve as Mark is expressing his feelings to Eve. And it really gives us this sense of Eve being afraid to fall. Not fall off the bridge, but to fall for Mark. At least that's how I interpreted that shot. As Eve was saying in the last episode, she felt more afraid to go to college than she did to do superhero things. And so this gives me the impression that she has these nerves and this fear of falling in love and giving in to her feelings for Mark. But then we have this shot of the bridge that Eve is admiring, and then she gives Mark the okay. And I imagine that she's realizing or thinking about, in terms of architecture, if you want to build something big and something beautiful, you have to start and you have to try. And the risk is so worth the potential reward. At least that's how I interpreted that scene. That is one reactor's humble opinion. Let me know how you read it or your interpretations in the comments down below. All I know is that I am so happy that Mark and Amber are fine. Oh my god. Eve are finally giving it a try. Wow, that was bad. I'm so used to saying Mark and Amber from last season. I'm so happy that Mark and Eve are finally giving it a try. Because despite what may have just seemed like a Freudian slip, I have been shipping Eve and Mark for so long. I think they're gonna make the sweetest couple. I think they're such a good fit for each other. So although I'm sure, as in any relationship, there will be ups and downs, especially considering the nature of who they are and the danger that seems to come for them. But in this moment, as an Eve and Mark shipper, I could not be happier. As always, my fellow dweebs, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe to my channel for new reactions every week. And I will see you dweebs later.